The motion of water creates gravity through the expansion of the love wave motion. Simple explanation for the experience of gravity as standing on the surface that's created by a love wave. Draw a sawtooth and see it as a three-dimensional stretching across the surface, and see that as the surface tension of water that does this billowing and then contracts, billowing and contracts in the duration. Planck's constant, 6.6 times 10 to 6.6260715 times 10 to the minus 34 seconds. So this tiny duration, the surface tension of water does a billowing and an instant contraction. The sawtooth is filled with water, because when you get shear force, you get tearing, you get tearing. The membrane is ausitic, and therefore it can't be broken. So these voids are filled with actual water, which is pumped from the center. So the volume of the water increases, which is breaking a law, a logic. There is no, this water isn't being created, it's been created from expansion at the center. And so that the water is added to the surface. That surface has a tension of a sphere, and then because it's the spherical viscous force that's now the powerhouse, counter snap action puts it back to where it was, the proper volume of water, which is a bit bigger, but it's a very slow expansion, epochally slow expansion. So gravity is the experience of this. So here's the surface of water. We exist now in the zone between the surface of water and the ionosphere, which is the inversion of water. Water's upside down. Ice floats, no. Ice is on the bottom. Everything's upside down. So we're on this, in this surface, we're on that surface of the wetness, but where the land is. But the effect of the surface tension is as an envelope around the whole planet of the atmosphere with a thickness. So the effect of gravity is that you're billowed up and then you're dropped. You're billowed up and then you're dropped at the measured velocity, newtons per meter second, 9.81 newtons per meter second squared. Yeah, newtons. 9.81 newtons is the measurement of the billowing up and the drop. Gravity. Explain through this simple idea that the expansion is cubic architecture into the corners of the tesseract, and that the envelope that's created from the heat, from the shock wave of the work that is done, creates a viscosity, so the spherical geometry overrides the cubic architecture of expansion for a moment, but that moment lasts forever, as do you. It's the secret of eternal life. We are immortal chips of light. We are a fragment of the Godhead. This idea of what this is wrong. Our perspective is wrong. Once we learn this, we train ourselves, we educate our children, our young, to the truth of human nature, and the golden age begins. Just from that simple idea. Gravity. Got it? Welcome to the future. Fade out.